Namaste, Angela here from Prana Yoga Shala, Princeton, and we're going to be doing a 15-minute morning flow. So we'll get ourselves started. A comfortable seated position, simple cross-legged position or one leg crossed in front of the other, or any seat that's comfortable for you. Let's inhale deeply through our nose as we draw our shoulders up towards our ears. And as we exhale, we'll roll our shoulders back and down. Again, we'll inhale deeply through our nose as we draw our shoulders up towards our ears. And as we exhale, we'll roll our shoulders back and down. One last time, an inhale to draw our shoulders towards our ears. And an exhalation to roll our shoulders back and down. And a moment here to softly close our eyes. Allowing ourselves just a moment to settle in to the rhythm of our breath. And to settle into ourselves. And as we do so, maybe allowing ourselves to derive an intention for our practice this morning, an intention that we can refer back to throughout our practice and that we can carry with us through the rest of our day. We'll bring our hands to prayer at the center of our heart. And as we inhale, we'll reach our arms up and over our head. And as we exhale, press our palms away, release the hands towards the earth as we lower our chin down towards our chest. Again, our hands connect at prayer at the center of the heart. We'll inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll press our palms away, release the fingers towards the earth as we lower the chin down towards the chest. One more time, just like that, hands to prayer. We'll inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. And as we exhale, press our palms away, release the hands towards the earth as we lower the chin down towards the chest. We'll inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides now and above our head. And as we exhale, let's release our left hand over towards the left side. We'll crawl our left fingertips away from the body, a gentle bend through our left elbow as the right arm reaches up and over the right ear, generating a little bit of length and space in the right side body. And breathing into that space that we create. Just awakening here. Deep inhalation. And as we exhale, let's bend our right elbow, draping our right arm around the head. Right hand comes towards the left ear. With the inhalation, head and neck come back through center. And as we exhale, we'll gently bend the neck, drawing the right ear over towards the right shoulder, and creating a little bit of space on the left side of the neck. The left trapezius, that muscle that connects the neck and the shoulder. Breathing into that space that we create. One more deep inhalation and exhalation here. And then as we inhale, head and neck come back through center as we reach the arms back up and overhead. Deep inhalation. And as we exhale, we'll release the right hand over towards the right side. We'll slide the right fingertips away from the body and gently bend the right elbow. Settling the left hip in the direction of the earth and extending through the left arm. Again, generating nice length and space in the left side body. And breathing into the space that we create. Deep inhalations. Slow and steady exhalation. One more deep inhalation here. And as we exhale, we'll bend our left elbow, draping the left arm around the head. Left hand lands towards the right ear. The inhalation draws our head and neck back through center. And as we exhale, we'll draw the left ear in the direction of the left shoulder, creating some nice length and space in the right side of the neck. The right trapezius, all the way up, maybe even feeling that stretch through the right side of the face, and breathing into that space that we create. One more deep inhalation and exhalation. And then as we inhale, head and neck come back through center, we'll reach the arms back up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll release our hands down to our sides. Let's bring ourselves over our legs into a tabletop position. So tabletop position, our hands come underneath our shoulders, our knees come underneath our hips. We'll spread through our fingertips, the crown of our head lengthens forward, our tailbone lengthens back, our low belly lifts. And we'll come through a couple of cat and cow postures here to articulate our spine. So we'll inhale, our toes tuck, our navel drops, our chest draws forward, our gaze lifts up. We'll exhale, the tops of our feet land, tailbone tucks, low belly lifts, chin to chest. Again, we'll inhale, toes tuck, navel drops, chest draws forward, gaze lifts up. And we'll exhale, tops of our feet land, tailbone tucks, low belly lifts, chin to chest. One more time, inhaling through our cow. And as we exhale, coming back into our cat. And then landing back in our neutral spine, tabletop position. From the tabletop position, let's crawl our right fingertips towards the front edge of our mat. With the inhalation, we'll sweep open through the left side body, expanding the left fingertips up towards the sky. And as we exhale, we'll thread our left arm underneath our right arm, just hovering the left fingertips from the earth. Again, the inhalation peels us open through the left side body as we expand the left fingertips up. And as we exhale, threading the left arm underneath the right to hover it just a few inches from the earth. One last time, we'll inhale to peel open through the left side body, expanding the left fingertips up. And as we exhale, threading the left arm under, releasing the left ear and shoulder in the direction of the earth, coming in to thread the needle. Now we can stay right here or crawl the right fingertips forward of the head, pressing in through the right fingertips to help square the hips. Maybe a gentle glide of the hips over towards the left. Again, we're welcome to stay right here, or as we inhale, we can reach up through the right arm. And as we exhale, land the right hand towards the sacrum, the flat part of the low back, the left hip crease or the left inner thigh. If we're connected at the sacrum, hip crease or thigh, that action of rotating that top shoulder, open and back. Just a few breaths here, breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhalation, if we wrap that right arm, we'll reach it back up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll land the right hand back underneath the right shoulder. We'll press into the right palm and sweep the left fingertips back up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll land the left hand back underneath the left shoulder, tabletop position. We'll do the same thing on the second side. So now crawling the left fingertips towards the front edge of the mat. As we inhale, peeling open through the right side body, expanding the right fingertips up. And as we exhale, threading the right arm underneath the left just to hover it a few inches from the mat. Again, the inhalation peels us open, right fingertips reach up. And as we exhale, threading the right arm underneath the left just to hover. One last time, the inhalation peels us open, the right arm reaches. And as we exhale, we'll thread the right arm through, releasing the right ear and right shoulder down in the direction of the earth. Again, we can stay there. We can crawl the left fingertips forward, maybe gliding the hips ever so slightly over towards the right. We can stay here or wrap the left arm towards the sacrum, right hip crease or right inner thigh. If we're connected, we can rotate that top shoulder open and back, bringing more of that quality of openness across the shoulder blades and thoracic spine. Breathing in, breathing out, inhaling and exhaling. And then on the next inhalation, if we wrap the left arm, we'll reach it back up. As we exhale, we'll land the left hand back underneath the left shoulder. We'll press into the left palm and sweep the right fingertips back up and overhead. And as we exhale, landing the right hand back underneath the right shoulder, tabletop position. From the tabletop position, let's bring our big toes to touch and glide our hips back towards our heels as our forehead lands in the direction of the earth for child's pose. Knowing that we can return to our child's pose at any time during our practice to reconnect with our breath, to reconnect with our intention, and to reconnect with ourselves. From our child's pose, let's walk our hands back in towards our body, coming to sitting on our heels in Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose. As we inhale, we'll lift up to standing on our knees as we sweep the arms out to the sides. And as we exhale, let's bring our right arm underneath our left arm, interlace the arms, the backs of our hands, our thumbs, our palms touch. With the inhalation, we'll lift our elbows up. And as we exhale, we'll settle our hips back towards our heels as the elbows come towards our navel. Again, the inhalation lifts us up, elbows reach. And as we exhale, elbows towards the navel, hips towards the heels. One last time, we'll inhale to lift up, standing on our knees, elbows reach up. And as we exhale, elbows towards the navel, hips towards the heels. This time we'll inhale to lift back up, sweep the arms out to the sides. And as we exhale, left arm underneath the right, those eagle arms, wrapping the arms, backs of the hands, thumbs, or palms touch. We'll inhale to lift up through our elbows. We'll exhale, elbows towards the navel, navel towards the spine. Again, we inhale to lift up the hips, lift the elbows, lift the gaze. And as we exhale, settling back down, elbows towards the navel, navel towards the spine. This time we'll inhale to lift back up. And as we exhale, settle the hips back down. We'll inhale to lift up, open up our arms, open up our heart. And then we'll settle our hands to our hips. Let's shift our weight towards our left knee, and we'll step our right foot forward on our mat. Right toes point forward, left toes point back. Top of the left foot pressing down towards the earth. And we can use our hands here to square our hips. So our right hip crease draws back, our left hip crease lengthens forward. And as we inhale, we'll reach our arms up and over our head, coming into Anjani Asana, or low crescent lunge. Firming through the low belly. One more deep inhalation here. And as we exhale, we'll frame the right foot out with the hands. Let's tuck the toes of our left foot, lift the left knee from the earth, plant the hands, and step our right foot back to meet our left, coming into plank pose, top of our push-up. Crown of our head lengthens forward, heels lengthen back, low belly lifts, strong through the core, long through the back of the neck. One more deep inhalation here. And as we exhale, we'll soften our knees, chest, and chin down towards the earth. With the inhalation, we'll glide our chest forward, up, and back for Cobra Pose. And as we exhale, we'll lower down. Again, we'll inhale to lift up to Cobra Pose. And we'll exhale to soften the front body down. This time we'll inhale to lift up to Cobra Pose. And as we exhale, we'll glide our hips back towards our heels, Child's Pose. From our Child's Pose, walking our hands back in towards our body, sitting on our heels. With the inhalation, we'll open up through our arms as we lift our hips. And as we exhale, settling our hands back towards our hips. Now we'll shift our weight over towards our right knee, and we'll step our left foot forward on the mat. Left hip crease draws back, right hip crease lengthens forward. Our tailbone tucks, our low belly firms. And then as we inhale, we'll reach our arms up and over our head, coming into Anjani Asana, our low crescent lunge. One more deep inhalation here. And then as we exhale, we'll frame the left foot out with the hands. Lift the right knee from the earth. We'll step our left foot back to meet our right, plank pose. From our plank pose, lowering down, knees, chest and chin, elbows hug towards the sides of our body. We'll inhale, glide our chest forward, up and back, Cobra Pose. And as we exhale here, let's tuck our toes under, lift our knees, and lift our hips into downward facing dog. Find a little bit of movement in this downward facing dog so we can pedal out our knees. We can inhale up onto the tiptoes and exhale, draw our heels down towards the earth. We can even bring our feet wide, let our hips sway side to side. And then allowing ourselves to land back in that full expression of downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From our downward facing dog, let's lower our knees midway on our mat. We'll cross our ankles behind us and let our hips settle back towards our heels. Once we land on our seat, we can let the soles of our feet come together as the knees open wide. We can cradle our hands around the outer edges of our feet into our Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Root through our sits bones as we lengthen up through the crown of our head. Shine through our heart. One more deep inhalation here, upright. And as we exhale, we can start to fold forward out over our legs. Doesn't have to be very far, just coming down to our point of deep stretch, of deep sensation. Again, gifting ourselves with another moment here to settle into ourselves before our day begins. One more deep inhalation and exhalation. And as we inhale, we'll slowly lift our torso back towards upright. We'll inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll twist to the right. So the left hand comes towards the right knee. The right arm lands behind us to support our spine. We'll inhale to gather length, base the tailbone, crown of the head. We'll exhale to twist and shift our gaze beyond the back shoulder. Just a few breaths here. And then as we inhale, the arms reach back up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll twist to the second side. Right hand to the left knee, left arm behind the back to support the spine. An inhale to gather length. And the exhalation to twist and shift our gaze beyond the back shoulder. One more deep inhalation and exhalation here. And then as we inhale, we'll reach the arms back up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll settle the hands back to prayer at the center of our heart. We can let our hands land behind our hips and bring ourselves back into our comfortable seated position. Let's inhale, draw our shoulders towards our ears. And exhale, roll our shoulders back and down. A moment to pause. A moment to breathe. A moment to recollect our intention from the beginning of our practice this morning. We'll inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides and above our head, bring our palms to touch. And as we exhale, gather our hands to prayer at the center of our heart. And thank you so much for joining in practice with me this morning. Have an awesome day. Namaste.